Hey everyone, today we are going to discuss a problem. The name of the problem is count digits in a number. So what does it mean? What does the problem statement says? So problem statement says that you have given a number, and in that number you have to find how many digits are there in a number. Okay, so what does it mean? Let me explain you that first. For example, if I'll give you a number like 2525469, then I'll say you just need to identify how many digits in it, how many digits are there in it. Okay, so what you will do, you can say just by seeing this, you can say there are 5 digits in this number, which are there is a 2, there is 5, there is 4, there is 6, there is 9. So it means there are 5 digits in this number. How we can count that how many digits in this number? What we can do is we can simply divide this number by 10. Why we are dividing it with 10? Because when we are dividing it with 10, it will decreases to by one value. What does it mean? For example, if I divide it with 10, then what now the numbers, if I divide it with 10, the number becomes 2546. As you can say, now the number is 2546. And until so you can say again, if I'll divide it with 10, so the number becomes 254. Again, if I'll divide it with this number with 10, so the number becomes 25. And if again I'll divide this number with 10, so the number becomes again 2. And if I'll again divide it with this number, so the number becomes 0. So you can say how many times I'm dividing is, that is 1, first time, second times, third times, fourth time, and fifth time. So how many time I am dividing this number by 10? It means it says that while this number is divisible by 10, while this number is divisible by 10, I can say till then I'll make a counter variable and I'll increase my counter. So till then my while loop is running. I means it means to I mean to say that that while my number is divisible by 10, I'll make a count, I'll increase my counter variable, and in that counter variable I'll store my answer. What does it mean? For example, let's consider a small test case. For example, in case of 254, I can clearly see from this that it has 3 digits. Okay, how can I count that? I'll divide 254 with 10. So whenever I'll divide, it becomes 25 now, and it means I'm storing the quotient part. Again, I'll divide it with 10, so the quotient it becomes again 2. So again I'm dividing it with 10, so it's become 0. Okay, so how many time I'm dividing this number with 10? So it is 1, it is second, it is third time. So total I am dividing it with 3 times to make it 0. So what does it mean? It means I am running a loop. I'll run a loop while my number is greater than 0. I'll simply divide it with 10. So whenever I'll divide it with 10, I'll increase my counter variable. So whenever I increase my counter variable, what does it mean? I'll initialize my counter with 0, and whenever it is divided, I'll so till then it is dividing, I'll increase my counter variable. So my final answer is going to be stored in this counter value, and at the end I'll be able to print that counter variable. So what does it mean? It says that for example, for this case it is 3. So my 3 will be answer for this particular test test case. Let do this thing in a code part. For example, what I am doing here is I'm just simply first taking an input for n. N is for which number I have to find out how it's for an input case. For input case, what I'll do, I'll take an input number, and for that input I'll make it like int, and here like this. And for this input I'll make a counter variable, and I'll make it like 0, initialize it 0. And what I'll do, I'll run a loop while my n variable is greater than 0. Until it is greater than 0, I'll simply divide it with 10. And after dividing, I'll just simply increase my count variable. I'll make a count plus plus. Okay. So what does it mean? It means whenever it is going to be divided with 10, I'm just going to increase my counter variable, and my answer is going to be simply going to be stored in the count part. Okay, so now I'll simply print my count. So it will be system.out.print and print, and I need to print it in, I'll just using ln line to change the line, and I'm using printing my counter variable. Okay, so there is a spelling mistake with the count. Okay, now it is fine. So I hope now let's submit this code. Let me first run the code. So there is some compilation error. So I don't know what next int. I hope everything is fine. Why there is a oh, okay, so it's scanner. I just make it scan. Yeah, now it's fine. Let's run it again. So now it's running, but let me submit that code. So it got submitted. So this is the simple code. I hope you like the solution. If you like the solution, please hit the like button. Thanks to all. Thanks for listening.